Seka, are the new cosmetic packs worth?
Bro, I don't even know what they do.
Yeah, but should I get them?
How could I possibly recommend anything without looking at them? I mean, I have no idea.
So...
Yes, I'll make a video. Yo, what's going on, guys? Sekapoko here, bringing you a 7 Day Listens Grand Cross video. For this one, making a short guide, and maybe we'll do a YouTube series on this. I don't know. If you guys like it, we'll do it. About cosmetics and if you should be picking them up or not for these characters, and what I think about each of the cosmetic sets, and give you an idea where you should be going with cosmetics. So, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright guys, can I record my video now? Alright guys, it's time to do the cosmetics review for the sailor outfits or the Black Flame uniform outfits. So first up on the rocket that we're going from left to right, we're going to go over Adventurer Bond. And Adventurer Bond weapon is going to have 180 attack, of course, just like every other UR weapon in the game. It's going to have 2% pierce rate and 3% critical chance. His armor pierce is going to have 4% resistance, 2% crit resistance, as well as 1% critical defense. And finally, his headpiece is going to be available for 1% regeneration rate, 3% recovery rate, 3% regeneration rate, and 2% lifesteal. Now, the headpiece is actually kind of worth a pickup for Bond because you actually get lifesteal out of it, and that's actually a very, very valuable thing for Bond. Getting as much as you can is also awesome. Going over his weapon though, it has a 2% pierce rate as well as a 3% critical chance, so it's kind of a mediocre weapon as far as UR weapons go. I'd say it's a mid-range weapon. I don't know if I would consider it a must-pick-up buy option, but Bond does get a few more cosmetics in the game, and I don't know if they're going to be better or worse later on. This is not a bad buy, but I would say it's an okay buy. Next up, we're going to go over Deanna, and Deanna, of course, only gets two things. She does not get her weapon because it comes later, and you might want to pick up the Sailor Cosmetic for Deanna. I might have to retract my previous statements about Deanna Sailor Cosmetics. They might be worth picking up. No reason whatsoever. You know, the hair, you know what, actually, stats-wise, there is a 4% resistance rate, 2% crit resistance, and 1% crit defense. Overall, that's pretty good as far as a defensive piece goes. And then as far as the headpiece goes, of course, it's got the recovery rate, the regeneration rate, and lifesteal the same as Bond, where it has 2% lifesteal. Overall, that's pretty good, and it does look kind of good. So, yeah, I mean, the only reason to pick this up, by the way, if you were looking to pick up an actual thing for no non-worthy meme reason, would be because you wanted to get cosmetics for your support character for Blue King, Green King, or Red King in the future. And those, the Matrona Deannas are the combo attack units for that specifically. So it is a semi-worth pickup if you're going to be using Bond and PvP if you big Huilin. But if you're not big Huilin, you know, you don't have to do that, it's fine. But I believe the weapon... So since the weapon came out much later on, I don't think it was part of the actual Sailor Cosmetics, but go to Matrona Deanna's weapons. I believe this was the third set of weapons here, and then she already has 2 UR weapons. But she doesn't get a weapon from this, she only gets the 2 UR weapons from here, and she actually does not get a UR weapon from this. And she did not have one on launch either, so just realize that you're getting a lot less out of this. The pack cost, I believe, I wonder if it's still the same cost. Is it still, you get 2 cosmetics and it's 40 bucks? Is it really? You get 2 cosmetics and it's 40 bucks. That's a fucking huge ripoff. I mean, come on. You're only getting 2 cosmetics. Why would somebody pay 40 bucks? I mean, you know what? There is a reason to buy this. But, you know, anyways. It's a huge ripoff. You only get 2 pieces. Anyways, moving on to Demon Mellitus, which is the thing everyone's about to buy for. The first thing is you get his weapon, his 3% critical chance, and 5% critical damage. Is this worth picking up? Well, the good Demon Mellitus in the game is the blue Demon Mellitus. The green Demon Mellitus is pretty good. He's kind of good. He's not the best, but he's pretty good. And this weapon in particular has a 3% critical chance and 5% critical damage. And the blue Demon Mellitus gets very well off of Pierce and doesn't really scale very well off crit chance or crit damage. It is a UR weapon, so you do get extra damage out of that versus an SSR weapon that you would have to pick up otherwise. But I don't know if it's worth the pickup overall. Looking at his defense set, though, that might actually be worth picking up because it does look sick as fuck. So that would be the main reason to pick that up. And his Sailor Head, of course, gives the same as the other ones, giving lifesteal. So overall, I'm not even sure I want to pick up the Demon Mellitus set because it does have a crit chance and crit damage set versus getting a Pierce set. And the Bond one has a Pierce set. If we go over the Elizabeth one, this one also has some reasons to pick up. Reasons for picking this up would be numerous reasons for picking this up. Anyways, this one has the same defensive stats and the same offensive stats. Overall, there are some reasons to pick this up. But that right there, come on, Netmarble, step your game up. I mean, it's literally going through Netmarble. Come on. You made a cosmetic and her stance, come on, realize that you gotta step your game up. I don't know if I want to spend $40 where my hand goes through the fucking skirt. Come on. All right, so going through the other weapons in the game, there are a lot of other weapons that you can pick up. Some are available down here. You can see you have the Gother weapon for gems. If you're gonna buy a Gother weapon, my recommendation would only be buying one at maximum, because you do get free-to-play Gother cosmetics that come out later on that make this less viable to get multiple. The Arthur weapons, though, all of these are safe to pick up because Arthur doesn't really get a ton of cosmetics later on. He gets one SSR weapon that you have to wait all the way until blue SSR Arthur to get that. Green Liz, her weapons came out actually. Liz Hawk's weapon came out Elizabeth's weapons came out much later in the game, and these were not available on launch. So I don't know if I would recommend picking those up. As far as the other weapons in the game, I don't recommend picking up any SSR weapons. There are a ton of them, as you can see here. A lot of them are SSR weapons. I would not pick it up. The Deanna is the only one that has purchasable UR weapons out of the shop right now, besides the Liz Hawk, as I saw purchase. I didn't buy this one, but I did buy this one. The Mellitus weapons, you had this one for free as far as it. I'm not going to buy this one at all. For other units, we have Demon Mellitus weapons that just got to the shop. Should you buy them? No. Demon Mellitus also has a PvP weapon that's now added to the PvP shop, I believe, so you can pick that up if you wanted to. And then I believe he also has a Town 1 pop-up shop weapon that you can purchase as well.
So then the question arises, hey Sekapoko, what do you have on Japan that is making it so much better? Okay, I'll just do it. On Japan, what I have for Demon Meliodas for cosmetics is you actually get this cosmetic, and this is the one to look out for. This little chest piece here, as well as the headpiece that comes along with it, is really good. It has this says 7% critical resistance. The weapon, however, this is the big one. This weapon that you get, it is a pay-to-play weapon. It's 30 gems when you want to pick it up. It has 7% pierce rate. You can see this little thing right here. That's pierce rate. Anything with this kind of stuff is crit damage, because you'll see a little D here. This is crit chance. And so those are pierce, crit chance, and crit damage. So you can kind of see where you can get the most amount of it. So that's where you get 7% crit damage. This one is a free-to-play cosmetic. This one you get from Final Boss, Meliodas, and Elizabeth. That one's pretty good. I made my Meliodas look ridiculous because I was memeing on red Meliodas. But you also get ones that look fire. So if you're wanting to look fire, this is what you can do. So there are some really good looking cosmetics. So if you're looking for aesthetic appeal, this one you actually get for free for Blue Meliodas. This one, of course, you guys already have. This one you get, I believe, for actually just completing the affinity rewards for Demon Meliodas, I believe. Let me just double check. You get the sombrero from him. I don't remember exactly where you get the red one from. Maybe you get it from Green Meliodas? Yeah, you get this outfit directly from Green Meliodas. So that's where you get that outfit. Green Meliodas, he comes out around New Year's, so you get that, the cosmetic I have on right now, for free, just by getting the affinity rewards. For the other weapons for my Meliodas, I of course have the PvP weapon. This is this one here. This PvP weapon has 2% pierce rate and 2% crit chance, which is not amazing, but it's okay. This one, I believe, is the base weapon for him. And then this is the alternate weapon that you can get right now for 6% critical damage. You can kind of see where I'm like, yeah, I don't really think I would pick up the weapon, because the sailor weapon, the only thing you get out of it is extra attack. And 60 extra attack is cool and all, but not that great. But the other weapons, you can see you don't really get a lot out of them. This weapon you might want to pick up for Pierce if you really wanted Pierce for Demon Meliodas. But you can see the other weapons he has don't really have Pierce. Demon Meliodas does have weapon cosmetics that allow him to get more damage. But if you wanted to max min your damage, the weapon that is out for the sailor cosmetic right now is kind of like a whale purchase, because you only get the only thing you're getting out is an extra 60 attack. You're not getting any other substats, and Demon Meliodas scales really well off Pierce, just like Liz Hawk does and Hauser does. So it's not the most optimal buy, but you could buy it. For Coinshop Bond, I did not end up picking up his weapon when the Sailor Cosmetics were around. I actually had the option to, and I didn't do it on purpose. And he does get a little bit of cosmetics here. This is the Pierce weapon for him. He does get a Pierce weapon from that same Pierce set. He gets that 7% Pierce weapon, and this is how it looks. And this is the one from PvP that you get. It's of course Pierce and crit chance. And then here's the other cosmetics I get for free. I didn't really pay for any cosmetics. You get one of the, I think it's this one is his base cosmetic. And then this one, I think I picked up from the PvP shop. And then I think this I got from Affinity Rewards. So that's basically what I have on mine. And there are a couple other ones that came out later, but most of these, it doesn't really matter too much what you pick up for Bond, because he scales off of crit chance, crit damage, and pierce equally. He doesn't really get any major benefits out of any of the substats, unless you're going for a full crit build Bond. Bond on my account right now is 40% crit chance as well as 186% crit damage. So you can get a decent amount of crit substats on him from that. For aesthetic cosmetics, he does have other aesthetic cosmetics that do come out later on, and you can use those. These ones are the ones that are available right now, but this is the headpiece that you get with the Pierce set right here. And around that time, I was like trying to toying with Bond and see if he'd be good for a Pierce comp, and he's pretty good. He's not amazing, but he's pretty good. Regarding Matrona Deanna, though, I actually didn't end up getting Matrona Deanna till way later, and my Matrona Deanna I think is only like 3-6 right now. I need her to be 6-6 in order for her to be better. But the green Matrona Deanna is really, really good. I didn't get her during the Escanor meta on JP, and the reason that was so viable is because the top meta was like actually broken. I don't have a ton of cosmetics for her either, but she got her weapons at the same time as Green Deanna coming out, and that's why she doesn't really have any weapons to go along with the set. It's because they came along later, and to make up for that, they came up with more permanent UR cosmetics that are actually already available on Global. And the ones that are on JP right now, you can actually just pick up anytime you want. And then one of them I think is available in the pop-up shop. One of them is available in PvP, and then I think another one you can just buy out of the shop directly. As you can see, I really just haven't worked on mine a ton. The main reason I haven't worked on my Matrona Deanna a ton is because I actually only recently got my Blue King to 6 out of 6 Ultimate. And it's more because I focused on Merlin and Thur earlier on. Blue King at a 6/6 ultimate is very, very strong, that's the reason. And he's the combination character for him, of course, is Matrona Deanna. And I didn't really have any reason to focus on Matrona Deanna early on, but on Global, you have a unique opportunity to get the weapons and stuff like that early, and you can actually pick up the Sailor Cosmetic if you want. I would only buy the Sailor Cosmetics for gems or Matrona Deanna, and I don't even know if I would do that, but if you did want to, you could. For Elizabeth, though, it is 100% not pickup. Reason Elizabeth is 100% not pickup, this is how many cosmetics I have for Elizabeth. Just this many. I have this many. I paid for a grand total of maybe one of them. And this is I actually got from the 100-day banner. So this one I actually got from the banner for just pulling for a 100-day banner. And I got it on, I think it was like the 10th multi. And I was actually just pulling because I needed AP pots at that point in time. So I was like, yeah, I need AP pots. And I already done 7 multis because I wanted the demon 3-hour demon cosmetic. So this is you get this many. So definitely not worth picking up Elizabeth. You don't get her weapon with the set, so there's no reason to pick her up for that reason either. These are all the cosmetics she has for weapons. If she comes up with more weapon cosmetics, maybe it's worth picking up. But like right now, it's definitely not worth picking up. She gets too many for it to matter. And the reason I have so many free-to-play cosmetics is because there's actually 7 Elizabeths in the game. There are 4 base Elizabeths and 3 Lizhawks. So I like the 4 base Elizabeths give a ridiculous amount of cosmetics when it's free-to-play, by the way. This is free-to-play. It's definitely a really good free-to-play cosmetic. For her actual cosmetics, I think this one I got out of the final boss Elizabeth. These 3 I got free-to-play, I believe. And this 100-day one I also got as far as the 100-day banner. This one you get for free as well. Alright guys, my name's Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. My jaw's hurting. Ow. If you guys did enjoy this video, of course, like and subscribe, all the fun stuff, and you guys have a great rest of your day.